these sell really well. So I'm going to show you a beginner-friendly Cricut tutorial on how to make these with heat transfer vinyl. I'm using my Cricut mini press. You could use an iron, you could use a hair straightener, yes, a hair straightener. You could use a Cricut Easy Press, whatever you have. There are dupes to these that are a lot cheaper for the Cricut mini press. So you have options. Let's get started. I want to apologize in advance if I'm out of breath. I am pregnant, so therefore breathing is a little difficult right now. I picked up these cute little reindeer from my local Dollarama. If you are in Canada, that's where I got them. First, we're gonna hop on over to Cricut Design Space, and what we're going to do is go to the text function. Now, I already know what font I'm going to be using. I'm just going to type out the name that I'm going to use for the little elf or the reindeer, whatever you're making. Like I said, these sell so well. Pick them up at your local Dollarama. Dollar Tree has these as well. You make a really great profit selling them for about $10 to $15 each on Facebook Marketplace, as well as in local Facebook groups. I made thousands of dollars doing this, so I highly recommend, even as a Cricut beginner, you look into it. I went ahead and I used the font Candy Christmas. If you want to know where I got that off of Creative Fabrica, which I do talk about a lot. I'll leave it linked down below to find the font. And that's just my favorite font, honestly, year-round to use. It's really great when the kids can recognize their name, so I like picking a font that is easy to read but looks really pretty, like this one. I'm going to size it out to what I need, which is about 3 inches wide and about 1 inch to 2 inches tall. And then I'm going to go ahead and select Make It. Now, because we're using heat transfer vinyl, we do need to mirror the image, so select Mirror, turn on your Cricut, and we're ready to get started. So first I'm just cutting out the heat transfer vinyl to make it a little easier. And because we mirrored image, it's going to look backwards at first. If you're a beginner, don't worry about it. That is how it needs to go on, because we're actually going to be flipping it over to apply heat, and that's what's actually going to do the transfer. So it's okay if it looks a little weird at first. You're gonna weed out, which means just removing the parts that you no longer need. So the background in this case. And if you have the weeding tool, it probably looks a little different than mine. I have a weeding pin pen that I got from TeckWrap vinyl, and it is just my favorite thing. It pokes really well. There is a hack to make this with Dollar Tree things, a mechanical pencil and a sewing needle, and you're able to do the same thing. So you can save yourself some money or buy the TeckWrap one like I have, because let me tell you, when you're weeding small projects, you're going to want this. Heat transfer vinyl is pretty easy to weed, but the other vinyl, like permanent adhesive vinyl, if you have a small intricate cut, it can get tricky. My heat press, my mini press, actually heats up super fast, so I don't even need to wait. I like to cut off the tags because, first of all, if I'm selling these, I don't want it to say Dollarama necessarily, even though I don't mind if people know where it's from, but I just like to remove the tags. Also just makes it so things aren't gonna melt. I'm going to cut off the little top tag as well. And there were 3 different colors, as you saw, so I'm going to be doing 3 different colors. All you're going to do is lay the name over. So now you see what I mean by it's going to be the proper way. You're going to get some parchment paper. I'm using my children's craft scissors, so I apologize. And you want to protect with parchment paper, even if you're using an iron, even if you're using your hair straightener, whatever you have, put a piece of parchment paper. It's going to protect not only your press, but the actual plastic carrier sheet that we're going to remove after. So line it up to where you want, and all you're going to do with your iron or whatever you have is start pressing it. What I do at first is I kind of just go over it a little bit so it's on there and it's not moving around. So I'm going to do that. Once it heats up a little bit on that spot, it's going to start sticking. So it's sticking to there now. So now I can go in either with the parchment paper or without. If you're going without, do not just hold it on there, it will melt the plastic. As you can see, I'm doing quick movements across and it is going on there. Now you could also use things like infusible ink. You could use sublimation. If you don't know what those are, you're brand new to Cricut, don't freak out by what is she talking about. These are just other types or varieties of crafts that you can do with your Cricut and Cricut Design Space. So now we can peel it up and just take a look and see. So slowly start peeling it. If any piece starts pulling it up, that's okay, just push it back down and keep applying heat. But if you slowly peel it up, you'll see it's on there. And you know it's on there when you can kind of see the design or the fibers of the fabric in the background coming through. So that's how I know it's on there right now really well. It's not going anywhere. And there you have it. Super simple. This cost, I believe, how much were these? $3.75. Easily sell these for $10 and it makes a whole lot of money. I made my first $1,000 with my Cricut in the first 2 months just selling things for Christmas, like the Christmas elves, which is the exact same process as I just showed you here. Super cute. You could put like first Christmas, you could put the date, you could do whatever you want. You could put it on the feet, on the belly. There's so many options, but it's a really cute Cricut beginner project to gift or start your Cricut business if you just bought a Cricut and you want to get started. Follow for more Cricut tips, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!